Let's go.
Hello. Today, I brought you a gift, the gift of knowledge, the gift to know how good you and your team actually are. So, who of you is tracking your fitness or your steps? Hands up. So, quite a number of people. And who of you is tracking your performance in your professional life? So, rather few people. And why don't you do it? Why don't you track your performance in professional life? So one of the reasons is because it's hard. There's hardly any metrics in software development out there which is really good. And why? Well, usually if you measure something, you look at the inventory. So you look at what's coming in and what's coming out. And that cannot be applied to software development. The inventory there is invisible, and it doesn't make sense to count it. Until now. So Nicole Fersken, Jess Humble, and Jean Kim conducted a study over 4 years. They collected about 23,000 responses from developers all over the world, from more than 2,000 different companies, and they had been working on the data. The study they performed is called State of DevOps Report, and the report is available in that book, Accelerate. Among other things, they have found 4 key metrics, which are actually a good way to measure the team performance, and those metrics support each other. So let me go over those metrics. The first one is the deployment frequency. So basically, this is how often do you actually deploy. But why is it a good metric? So, well, you can deploy often if you have good developers to produce features that you actually can deploy. If you have good testing in place, though, that you are confident that what you deploy doesn't break the code. And if you have a good team communication in place, so that you don't, not somebody from the team accidentally commits bad code. Therefore, deployment frequency is a good indirect measure for your team. Next one is the lead time. The lead time is basically the time from writing the last line of code until it's actually shipped to production. Again, the lead time is a good indirect measurement about the effectiveness of your deployment process. Next one is the change failure percentage. That is the percentage how often you deploy bad code to production. This is a good indication of the quality of the overall development process. And is closely related to the next one, the mean time to recover. That is the time it takes for you to recover from such a bad deployment to production. And this is an indirect measure for the code complexity. Those metrics all support each other very well. So starting off with the lead time, when in order to improve the lead time, you need to write cleaner code and focus more on the work that you actually need to do. When you have accomplished this, you automatically will deploy more often because you can. If you do deploy more often, you might want to improve your automation. That means having automated tests, having an automated deployment pipeline, etc. If you do that, you automatically will have a shorter mean time to recover. In order to improve your mean time to recover, you might want to improve your monitoring so that you detect defects earlier. Maybe you can spot them earlier already in your preview environment, so you end up with reducing the change fail percentage. Oops. And in order to further improve your change fail percentage, you need to improve your practices in your team. For example, enhance the communication within the team. And this then leads to reduced lead time. Another additional benefit is that there is that old belief that there's a trade-off between like improving performance and achieving higher levels of stability and quality. And this study has proven that wrong. So actually, you can do better in all of those measures. So what are my experience on that? First, it was easy for me to gather those metrics from the tools we have already in place, Xing. Second, in my team, we use that 4 key metrics framework to track our progress. So we don't change the processes we already have, but now we can see how effectively we are actually in the things we discuss in our retro. So my name is Tobias. I work for Xing. Contact me if you want to know more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next talk is about price explorer